Single women who are over 50 years old, I'm no longer taking them. 99% of the women who are 53 and older have been the most challenging for me to coach because the standards are unrealistically high. But most of the men who do all of the stuff that you're wanting are dead. Or they're not looking for 55 or 57-year-old women. There are some younger men who do that. And you don't want an old man because he can't perform in bed. Well, the younger men don't want an older woman because some of you have arthritis. No. Some of you have missing teeth. Yeah. You have gray hair. You have grandkids. Damn. These social media dating sites, I've seen modernized female whores in those sites, meeting strange men, having sex with them. I'm talking about women of God. You've got to make some shifts and some changes in how you think and how you process if you want to be married.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys from another dating coach. Yes, another dating coach. Only this time, this dating coach, she's a dating coach for men. She tried to matchmake for men, right? And this woman is catfishing, pretending to be a man. And she is realizing that women are very, very lazy when it comes to dating. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Guys, I gotta hand it to you. These girls on these apps are doing the bare minimum. So story time. I've been catfishing for one of my clients. It just blows my mind how these girls that I'm talking to do not carry an ounce of the conversation. Do not even try to find out about the guy they end up giving their number to. Because I am that good, I do get numbers. But I digress. It's wild to me that these girls have the audacity to complain about online dating, not liking the guys who end up paying for their food, when in reality, they didn't even put a morsel of energy or effort into finding out about the dude in the first place. Like seriously, girls, if you're watching this, which you're probably not because I'm a dating coach for men and 90% of my audience is male, look in your online dating text messages. When is the last time you asked him a question? When is the last time you brought up a subject that you two maybe have a good conversation about? Or are you simply responding to whatever it is he's saying? So here's to you guys. Your back must hurt because you are carrying all of the conversations. Happy Man Appreciation Monday.
Now, before I give my take, I know there's probably going to be some guys that say, well, if she's not asking questions and things of that nature, then she's really not that interested in you. I would agree to that, but only to a certain degree. Because let me tell you, I've experienced this myself and still ended up clapping the cheeks or getting some kind of sex from the woman. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% true. But what I do find is that this is very, very sad because, you know, a lot of women will say that, you know, they want a man that can carry a conversation, but it's like, okay, y'all want a man that can carry a conversation, but I think the reason why women say they want a man that can carry a conversation is because they don't know how to carry a conversation, or at least, how can I say this, help carry a conversation, so to speak, and not make the conversation seem like it's so one-sided. And I think one of the reasons why women do this is because, and this is going to be a pretty controversial take, but I think more and more women are becoming a little bit socially awkward, so to speak, because even when you try to have like a regular conversation with them, they seem to have a hard time communicating. And that's something else that I've noticed too. I remember like the last woman that I asked out in the States, and this is when I like really gave up on dating in the West. I asked this woman out on a date. You want to know what her response was? I don't date. This woman is like 35, 36 now, still posting on Facebook talking about something. She want to find a man that she can have a child with and get married and all that. But you don't even date. And she didn't really know how to carry much of a conversation herself either. So that says a lot. And man, I don't know what it is with you ladies and dating coaches, but I got another video of another dating coach complaining about women. Check this out.
I find that single women use this as a metric on compatibility, and it drives me absolutely crazy as a matchmaker. And I think that so many are using this in a way that prevents them from finding love. I'm Kat. I'm a matchmaker, dating coach, and host of Dear Matchmaker podcast. And I'm going to share something that just happened recently with my matchmaking client, in which I'm trying to help him find matches. And I got this correspondence from her. Okay, so here's the email that I got from her. She says, in my dating experience, I'm seldom attracted to anyone under 5'10". Even then, I'm bending, but understand it's an average height and I'm okay with it. So first off, 5'10" is not the average height of a man. Second, she's 5'4". So let me just share you some facts about men's height. According to the CDC, the average height of a man in America is 5'9". So when women have this stipulation that a man can't even have an average height, she's already eliminating a good majority of the dating pool. Now, here's where it gets even a little bit more trickier. One of the key metrics I hear in this office all the time is that the man must be 6 feet. Now, I know there's a little bit of a difference between 5'10" and 6 feet. She didn't put 6 feet in the email, but I know that's exactly probably what she meant. And so here are some stats about that. All right. So the United States, according to the Google, that 14.5% of men in the United States are 6 feet. Now, this is all men in America, 14.5% are 6 feet. So out of that 14.5, we narrow it down even more to geographically. Is he near you? To his age. Is he around your age range? To the other criteria that women have as far as career and as far as education, as far as children and goals and aspirations and values. And then to top it all off, he needs to be into you, right? So a man has to fit all of this criteria and then has to be also interested in you. So when I hear women complain about how there's no good men out there, and then I ask them about this criteria that they have, to me, they have set themselves up for complete failure, complete impossibilities due to these ridiculous metrics that they have put on what they are seeking in a potential partner. Is he compassionate? Is he kind? Is he empathetic? Is he understanding? Is he the type of man who's willing to be there, your ultimate cheerleader, to be able to support you and encourage you? And does he have passions and goals and dreams? All these kinds of things. But no, is he 6 feet? Please.
And you know what? I'm glad that she brought up these stats, but there was a few things that she forgot. Let's start with the 6 foot. 14.5%. Out of that 14.5%, how many of those men are actually single? Because notice she said interested in the woman. How many of those men are even single? And I'm glad she mentioned geography, because that's something that even we skim over sometimes. How many of those men are even single? And here's another one that women tend to forget. How many of those men are actually heterosexual? I'm telling you, it's like if you include how many are heterosexual and how many are single, I guarantee, and you know what I mean? And like literally available and are actually attracted to women, that 14.5%, I guarantee you is going to dip. I guarantee you it's going to dip. Because most of these women want a man that's 6 foot or taller. And I don't think they realize that that's a very small percentage of men. And it's really sad coming from a woman that's only 5'4". And I did a video about this a while ago. Well, there was a woman that was complaining about this. And I've always noticed this too, but I kind of kept my mouth quiet about it. Doesn't it seem like it's always the shortest women that want a 6 foot man? It's like these women, I'm like, y'all do realize that 3%, I think it's 3% of the female population is 6 foot taller too. So you got to factor that in as well, because those 6 foot tall women, they're going to want a 6 foot tall man. So you might as well cut that down to 11.5% on top of everything else that I mentioned. Now what are you really left with? Let's keep it moving.
You will not believe why Bumble is shifting away from the requirement of having women make the first move on their app. This past week, it was reported that women will no longer have to make the first move on Bumble. And the reason why is because they received feedback from women saying that making the first move was too much work or a quote unquote burden. Isn't that interesting?
Ladies have zero game. So is anybody actually surprised? Because 99% of the time, women will just say, hey. But what's crazy is that Bumble isn't changing because women are not using it in the way that they're supposed to be using it. And the complaints are coming from men. But it's actually complaints from women that have realized that saying, hey, is just too much. Ladies, for real, like this is almost laughable. Every man out there that has been on Bumble has guaranteed experienced this when they've had matches. If you guys disagree, tell me.
This actually goes back to what I just said early in the video, man. Women don't really know how to help carry on a conversation. And you know it's really bad when they create a dating app that's literally made specifically for women to have the upper hand and be able to control who they want to date. And y'all are still having trouble, and now y'all are complaining about making the first. Oh my God, bro. I tell you. For everybody watching, man, because I've never used Bumble before, can y'all let me know in the comments if any of y'all ever used this app before and if y'all ever experienced what she was referring to? If so, let me know in the comments. Let's keep it moving.
Apparently, there is, in fact, a bare minimum that we all can recognize for men to be a good husband or boyfriend. And essentially, what those very simple rules are is that he should be a kind man. So he should be the doting husband. He should be the doting boyfriend. He should also be a hardworking man who financially takes on all of the responsibility in the relationship. And he should also not cheat. So he should be loyal. I'm glad that we could all decide that this is the bare minimum. I mean, like the floor, like you're not even going to get a kudos. Okay. Cause like this is what we all just expect. Like this is just it. So don't expect a good job. But I'm just wondering, what is the bare minimum for women? And I'm wondering that because apparently men aren't supposed to tell women much of anything. A man can't expect that you cook and clean anymore because that would be misogynistic. And it's not a woman's fault if she cheats because apparently that is also his fault for failing to keep her interest in the bedroom. If a woman decides she wants to work, she's not supposed to have any real financial responsibility. She's supposed to be keeping all of that money for herself while a man is paying for her entire life. So just wondering, like, if the bare minimum for a man is so easily put out in front of us, what is the bare minimum for a woman to be considered a good wife or a good girlfriend?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Women have a hypergamous nature. You want a superior. You don't want an equal. Think about it, ladies. In all aspects, if you had to choose your dream guy, you would want him taller. Show of hands.
At least a little bit taller.
Preferably making more money than you.
They're-
Yup. More competent than you are. Competent is the ability to complete tasks and accomplish goals.
Oh, I need a man that can do that.
Competent?
Yeah.
Would you like the man stronger than you?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Now,
I don't want to.
this proves that you want a superior being. It's in your nature to submit to a man. It's in a man's nature to submit to God. It's in the kid's nature to submit to the parents. So it's an order to things. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. That's just an order of life. The point is that anytime a woman leads a relationship, she leads that relationship to the end. Is because the 4 questions that I asked, you want taller, stronger, more money, more competent. That means that you want a leader. So if you're leading, that means that you're not getting what you truly want. So that means that you're going to lead that relationship to the end.
I always found it a bit hypocritical for women to say that they're the prize, but when you ask them what they want in a man, it's always somebody that's superior than themselves. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all, deuces.